Last class we have seen full details of constants. Now we'll see the variables. What are variables? A variable is a data name that may be used as a store a data value. So the variable is the name is given to the data, the data which is stored in a memory location. For that memory location we have to give the name, so that name is called variable name. So that data contains some value. The variable may take different values at different times during execution. So, in while a C language, while executing the program, the data or the values will be changed during the execution. So that values are called variables values. If it is a constant value, that will not change during the execution of the program. If it is a variable value, the values will be changed during execution of the program some time, at every time, at different time. One time the value will be 10, another time the value will be 20. So like that the value will be changed during execution of the program. Examples are average, height, total, first tag, etc. Rules to be followed for variables. So we have to follow some rules for the variable names. First one is they must begin with a letter. So every variable should begin with a letter, but some systems permit the underscore as the first character. So some system will give the permission to put the underscore as the first character. Second one is uppercase and lowercase are significant because in the C programming, in C programs, if I declare the variable at the beginning, which which one, whether it is uppercase or lowercase or mix of that, but it should be maintained throughout the program. What we will declare at the beginning, same thing, same letters we have to use throughout the program. Here the variable total is not same as total, because here t is caps in a total, in second total t is small, in third total full all the characters are capital letters. So these three are different, so we have to be careful about these words. Means we have to careful about the uppercase and lowercase letters. Next, third one is the variable name should not be keyword. So I already told, in a keywords should not be used as a variable names, function names, or parameter names or arguments, anything, we should not use the keyword. Next, white space is not allowed. So white spaces also we should not use in a variables. Next, data types. Data in C language has so many data types. Is a rich in data type C language. The variables can have different values in memory. In a memory location, the variables will be having different values during execution of the program. So because variable name will be, or value will be changed during the execution of the program in a C language. The type of the value that a variable can store in the memory can be defined using data type. So which type of data value will be stored in a variable? That type of value will be defined using data type. So in data types, there are actually three types. First one is primitive data types, second derived data types, third one is user defined data types. So first we'll see primitive data types. In primitive data types, we can see int, float, double, character, void. In derived data types, arrays, pointers, structures, unions, enum. These derived data types and user defined data types we will study in the next session. First, we will see the primitive data type. What is primitive data types? So primitive data types are the fundamental types. Fundamental data types are the building blocks of the data types. These are the main things for the C language. These are the fundamentals for the C language. So first one is integer data type. So it is a keyword used to define integer numbers. Integer data type we use to define the integer numbers. Using this data type, both positive and negative integer numbers can be stored in the memory. So in memory also we can store both positive numbers and negative integer numbers. So here int is a keyword. Okay, the size of the integer data type is 2 bytes. So here every data type, here all primitive data type will be having their own size. So we can store only that much of size, only that much of integers in that data type. Example, syntax. In syntax we can see int is a keyword we use for integer data type. Next, variable name. Any variable name you can give. Example, here they've given int sum. Sum is a variable name. Next line you can see sum is equal to 54. Here sum is a variable name, 54 is the value, data value. So that value is stored in a sum variable. Next, floating point data type. Second one is floating point data type. It is a keyword used to define the floating point numbers or real numbers. So floating point number means it has a fractional part, that is called floating point numbers. The floating point numbers are also called as real numbers. Using this data type, both positive and negative floating point numbers can be stored in the memory. In memory, we can store both positive floating point numbers and negative floating point numbers. Floating point numbers are denoted by the keyword float. So in integer data type, the keyword is int. Floating point numbers, floating point data type, the keyword is float. Float variable name syntax. Same way in integer also. Here float average. In example, float space average. It is float space average. Float, you have to give space and average. So here average is the variable name, 9.6 the value. So this is the fractional part of 9.6. So this is the floating point number. So 9.6 is storing in a average variable. Next, double data type. It is a keyword used to define the big or long floating point numbers. Okay, with much higher precision. So here I forgot to tell floating point in a floating point data type, the size of floating point data type is 4 bytes. In integer 2 bytes, floating point 4 bytes. In derived data, in a double data type, it is a keyword used to define the big or long floating point numbers with a much higher precision. Example, higher precision means in a floating point data type they are given only 9.6. In double data type, how I can give 9.6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1, like that I can give much higher precision. Double data type is defined by the keyword double. Syntax, double variable name. This is the syntax. Next, double example, double total. Total is a variable name, double is the keyword. We use the double to define the long floating point numbers. Here total equal to 3.45176. This is the long floating point number. This is stored in a double keyword. This cannot be stored in a floating point data type. Next, character data type. So it is a keyword which is used to define the single character or sequence of characters called string. Character data type. Character means you already know a single character. It's enclosed within a single quote. That is called character. And string is sequence of characters are called string and closed between double quote. That is called string. Syntax is char. For character data type, syntax is char and the keyword for character is char. Here the size of the character is 1 byte. Size of the character is 1 byte. Integer size of the int is 2 bytes. Size of floating point data type is 4 bytes. Size of double data type is 8 bytes. Size of character data type is 1 byte. Syntax is char variable name. Example, char char. Ch is a variable name, a is a value. So it's a character value that is stored in a ch variable. Next, void type. So void type, it is an empty data type. It doesn't contain anything. The void type has no values. Therefore, we cannot declare it as variable as we did in a case of integer and float character. So in float character, integer and double, we declared as a variable, but here the void type is contains nothing, means it doesn't have any value. So we cannot declare it. Why? Data type is usually used with the function to specify its type. So the size of the void type is 0. Next, declaration of data variables. The compiler reserves the memory for the variable so that the data can be accessed, manipulated, and stored using these variables. This declaration of variables I would have tell in a variables, but why I didn't tell, because first we have to learn the data types. So I put the data type first, then now I'm explaining declaration of variables. The compiler reserves the memory for the variable. Here for the variable, compiler will reserve the memory. Why compiler has to reserve? See, compiler will translate the high level language to machine level language and machine to high level language. Translator, compiler is a translator. So it reserves the memory for the variable so that the data can be accessed, manipulated, and stored using this variable. Data can be, we can use the data, we can access it, we can manipulate it, we can store it, anything we can do it. So all the variables should be declared in the beginning of the program. So in the beginning of the program only we should declare all the variables, which and all variables we are using in a C program. That variables we have to declare beginning itself. So all the variables should be declared in the beginning of the program is called declaration of variables. Syntax to declare the variables is data type v1, v2, vn, variable 1, variable 2, variable n in number of variables. Data type is any of the basic data types such as int, float, char, double, etc. Example is int space has to come, int space number choice. For integer data type, number should be integer, choice is also integer. Next, in the next example, float amount. So amount is a floating point number, means it has a fractional number, so it has to be stored in a floating point data type. So float amount. Here amount is a variable, float is a data type. In the above example, number is a variable, choice is also a variable, int is a data type. We are declaring the number and choice variables in a integer data type.